Your task is to create a comic strip which is going to be published in a comic book. Your comic strip should be about one of the following topics: internet safety, cyberbullying, advice on how to find reliable information on the internet, or how to narrow down searches. Remember, you only need to pick one of the above topics. To start to create our comic strip, click on the link below your homework task. This link will take us to the website where we will create our comic strip. Before we start to create our comic strip, let's look at the different tool buttons available to you. The Move button allows you to move characters' position around the page. The Scale button allows you to increase or decrease the size of the character. To use the Scale button, click on the Scale button first and then click on the character you wish to make bigger or smaller in size. When you click on the character, you will see a scale appear just below the Scale button. This scale allows you to make the character bigger in size or smaller. The Bring to Front button allows you to overlap characters or sort balloons. The Flip button allows you to change the direction in which your character is looking. So you can change the character to look to the left or to look to the right. The Delete button allows you to delete a character. To delete a character, click on the Delete button first and then click on the character you wish to delete. The Start Over button allows you to start from the beginning again. But remember, clicking the Start Over button deletes all your work, so make sure you have printed your completed comic strip before clicking the Start Over button. Now we have understood how to use the different tool buttons, we can start to create our comic strip. Firstly, give your comic strip an appropriate name. Once you have named your comic strip, under the author's name you need to write your name. If you scroll down, you can see a selection of different characters. Look through the characters and decide on the characters you'd like to use. Once you have decided on the character, click on the character and the character will appear in the menu window. Below the character you can choose the different emotion you'd like using the arrows. Once you have decided on the emotion, click on the character. The character will then appear in the box above. Move the character to the correct position. Once you have done this to the first character, choose your second character. Once you have chosen the second character, click on the character and it will appear in the menu window. Using the arrows, choose the emotion you'd like. Once you have chosen the emotion, click on the character. The character will appear in the above box. Move the character to the correct position. On the side, you can choose between talk balloons and thought balloons. Click on the one you'd like to use. This will appear in the menu window. You can change the talk balloon size using the arrows. Once you have decided on the size, click on the thought balloon and it will appear in the box above. Move the talk balloon to where you'd like and do the same for the second character. moving it to the correct position. To enter your text, click into the thought balloon and type your text. If you scroll down, at the bottom of the page, you have a selection of different colours you can use to change the background. Look through the colours and decide on a background colour. Once you have decided on the background colour, complete your comic strips, the last 2 boxes. Once you have completed your comic strip, click on the print button. First, view your comic strip, making sure there is no spelling errors and that's the layout you'd like. Once you have decided that, click print.